it's like with anything. I mean, with socialism, for example, there's so many people out there who are trying to push socialism, and then there's the other side of people who are trying to say, "Have you not seen what happened in history? Like socialism doesn't work." But the people that are pushing it are pushing the pros of socialism without reflecting on what it actually,
Yeah, negatives.
yeah, what that
And
sort of power and control can do to a person or people.
I've got a friend who he tells me that he's a socialist and he wants socialism like to come in. Was having a bit of a discussion about it, not too much. We had a few pints at this point, so um, we didn't go like too far with it. But my main worry was like I tried to explain to him was that I don't want the government to have that much power over me where they sort of dictate how I live my life. And I said to him like money gives me the freedom to be able to choose what I do.
Yeah,
In a sense, it gives me more freedom than if the government were to tell me what to do
yeah,
because they're the ones who are feeding me.
which is the capitalist side. But then capitalism's taken a nasty turn for the
Yeah,
worse.
and this is his argument. He said he would rather the government control us than
The corporations.
corporations. And I was like, to be fair, I'd rather neither control me. I would rather control my own shit.
Yeah, and be a
Um,
free spirit. But that's what they're trying to push with the socialism side of it. Is there is a way where it can be not central to a government running the show, but we probably can't imagine it happening because we're at a point of life right now where I don't think it can happen in this way, or I find it hard to see it happening in this way. But if it was fair and equal, and everyone had, I don't mean equal in the sense of money, but equal in the sense of what everyone's what everyone wants from life, like finding an equal ground in what people want to do with their lives and not for like the 8 hour workday. I was listening to a video, right, and this is what sort of backed up what I'm thinking is I think we talked about it before, like back in the day, I don't know where it was we discovered this, but the hunter gatherer times, they would only have to work 2 hour days. I think I was watching a video and it was like, why would ancient civilizations have like jewelry and fashion and shit like that? But it's because they only used to work 2 hour days because that 2 hours of berry picking would be enough for the week, or 2 hours of going to get a fucking mammoth or something would last a full week for people to eat. And then they had time to develop like jewelry making, but that was more of an art than what it is today. Today it's more of a status problem. Back then it was an art, and they sort of well, from what we're gathering is they must have praised people for what they do in their off time. So if you've got a really complex piece of jewelry, that means you've in the time you're not working, you've spent a lot of time like trying to be creative and make something great. And I know a
yeah,
piece of jewelry is not going to like evolve civilization much, but that's just like an idea of what being able to. But then, people, if you look at today, people work 8 hour days and add on to the hour commute on the other side. Um, by the time you get home, you cook, you eat your food. On top of that, where you need 8 hours sleep, you've got no time to do anything out of your small cage that you've been put in by the capitalist society.
yeah. That's what. So like that is another like side of the coin. Like, are we really free when everyone's a slave to money? Um, I don't know. Obviously, it's a topic that I can't envision a society with this many people being organized in a way ancient civilizations were organized, where they could do that 2 hour berry picking and then go off and have the free time to do whatever they want.
Yeah.
I just can't picture it with 8 billion people.
And on top of that, like this is where I'm at because I'm neither nor. Like I don't like the way capitalism's run, and I get scared of the way socialism's run. But what you've just said with that many people, chuck into that equation the internet and the fact that everyone's super connected, and then chuck, on top of that, there's people who have for generations been brought up in this capitalist environment. To flick everyone over to socialism is not going to be an easy transition. It won't work swiftly.
Yeah.
And then there's all the other things like the internet. There's so many different the world, the internet. It's all built on capitalism.
Yeah, like the internet is essentially now all it is a massive marketing tool.
Yeah, it's crazy.